During 2019 and 2020, the 1620s House and Garden at Donington-le-Heath, Leicestershire, is delivering a major engagement project funded by Arts Council England. The project was due to finish September 2020, but the Arts Council have extended the project end date to September 2021. So there is now plenty of opportunity for schools and families to get involved. It has been a challenging time for everyone during the last few months, but we are very optimistic that our beautiful house and gardens will continue to inspire our existing and new audiences. Working with schools and families, the aim of the project is to bring the arts and sciences together through an exploration of 17th century life, to tell the story of the Age of Enlightenment, and to demonstrate how scientific thinking gradually emerged to overshadow previously long-held superstitions. A number of artists, including Dragon Breath, Ashok Mystery, Andy Barrett, Stephen John, Mashi Theatre and Chorus Theatre, have already worked with Leicestershire primary schools and will continue to do so over the coming months now that the site is open once more. Each of the theatre groups working on the project so far have taken a very different approach. But for each school, the project began with a day visit to the house and garden. There they learnt about the history of the site itself and the many artefacts it contains.
The whole piece, and it's called Spitz, okay? And that's basically how they used to cook.
I am hiding in plain sight, but I fear you have seen me. My children, we live in dangerous times. Our country split in two by religion, Protestants and Catholics. Same God, but different ways to worship him.
I would like to tell you my story. And I would like to tell you a story about this house. Donington-le-Heath Manor House. Will you help me? Can you help me?
So it's shaped like a cone. This would have been very expensive, and only rich people would have had this.
Really looks like quartz.
Can anybody guess what it might be? What does it look like? If you kind of, pardon?
A candle.
If you kind of bashed it and you had all the granules just laying on the table, what do you think?
Is it a stone?
No, and very good guess, but no, it's sugar, okay?
The artists devised introductory drama games,
Roast beef, potatoes and sprouts. Story 2. Next, the two sons.
science investigations, and other creative activities.
And I do Isabella because I want to know a lot about what she likes and what she doesn't like.
Hey, Isabella, what does she like and what she doesn't like? And just remind me, is Isabella 8 and Ursula 6?
That's right.
So she's a slightly older sister. Okay, thank you.
These activities were followed by a series of days when the theatre groups worked with the same groups of pupils in their schools. Chorus Theatre worked with Seagrave Primary School on a historical drama featuring Sir Kenelm Digby, a relative of the Digby family who owned the house from the 1400s to the 1600s. He was an adventurer who was interested in natural sciences and astronomy. His father was Sir Everard Digby, one of the gunpowder plotters, who was hung, drawn and quartered alongside Guy Fawkes.
First, I said Oxford.
Chorus Theatre also worked with Newtown Lympher Primary, who are continuing to produce their own film about life in the 1620s house and garden.
What's going on here?
Is Lottie holding a plate?
Yeah, it's been used as sort of a tray or plate quite a lot, hasn't it? So it could be something like that.
Sir Kenelm also played a prominent part in the projects of Ellistown and Griffitham primary schools, who worked with Dragon Breath and Mashi theatre groups.
Treat. Go back. Lie down, bed.
Excavate Theatre took a different approach with Cobden Primary School and helped them produce an exhibition of artwork and models reflecting some of the scientific discoveries of the day.
Each group of the 10 groups will be given, by chance, one of these
Scenes.
topics, areas of investigation.
Yes.
So the first one is setting sail. So that might be the boat, what it's like going sailing, bit of wind. The second one is buying the books, so acquiring knowledge from other countries, other writers. The wonders of nature. So people were looking at, and Kenan was looking at, the wonders of nature. Very important at that particular time was the secrets of blood. The dangers of knowledge, because what we did look at when you came to the house, particularly those who came to the grinding of herbs with me, some people thought it was very dangerous, that knowledge. They started accusing people of witchcraft.
Cobden Primary School held their final exhibition in their school. But the other schools gave performances in the house itself, with families of the pupils as the audience.
We've seen a reason why gunpowder treason shouldn't ever have a treason and gods. We've seen a reason why gunpowder treason shouldn't ever have a treason and gods. We've seen a reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Liest. My name is Kenan Digby, and this is the house of my father, Sir Everard Digby. Today is the day of his execution on the 30th of January 1606. My father was called a traitor for his role in the gunpowder plot of 1605. This tale of treason began in the middle of the 16th century when Henry VIII was still on the throne.
Between 1533 and 1540, King Henry VIII took control of the English Church from Rome. Sing Henry cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. When you sing cuckoo, don't you ever stop cuckoo.
Sir Kenan Digby at your service. I've sailed the oceans. I've fired pistols, wielded swords, all in the name of His Majesty, in order to find him treasure, gold and spice. Aha! Ah! All hands on deck! Up we climb. Aha! Aha! Oh, it's very windy today. And the seas under is very violent. See what a brave crew braving these elements. Time for breakfast.
Isabella, you are the oldest.
Yes, mistress, I am 9.
The same age as my dear John James. And what are you very good at?
I'm good at arithmetic, mistress.
Ah, your numbers. Susanna, were you listening?
Yes, mother.
Why? Why do you spend so much time in bed? Are you really ill, Susanna, or is this a game?
Mother, I'm disappointed.
You are disappointed. Are you disappointed because John James is not here?
Yes.
But you refused to say you refused to say goodbye to him. You disappeared and I found you under the bed, hiding.
I didn't want to see him go. What is this thing? It is so peculiar. What do you think it is, Harry? A tunnel leading to underground. Underground? Hopefully we will have a chance of trying to find all of my curiosities. Or can I have some blue cheese? Yeah. Look for some more weeds. Okay, this pole won't stand up. Oh man, that's a big mess. That's a catastrophe. More victories. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Now, that's it.
There are also some witch marks. Isabella, would you like to show us where the witch marks are to ward off any witches?
Yeah, see, witch mark.
That's right. It is getting dark in here now, isn't it? In these winter months, the witch marks just here to scare away any witches. Janet, what are you doing in here?
Something terrible happened, mistress.
Where?
In the dairy. I know who the witch is. I know who the witch is.
Oh, and pray tell, Janet, who is the witch?
It is you, Maria. You're the witch. It is you. You're the witch, and I shall tell.
Jeremiah, you don't work in the house, do you?
No,
Where do you work?
in the garden.
Ah, in the garden. Are you a gardener? Are you a garden boy? I see. Now tell me, Jeremiah, what do you need to grow your fruit and vegetables and other plants?
Sunlight, soil, and water, sir.
Sunlight, soil and water. Exactly. You must be an excellent gardener. And why is this one a secret letter, John James? Can I read it?
No, because you were a Catholic and now a Protestant. So what I write is a secret.
Smart boy. Start.
I am Venus, I am a poisonous cloud. I am Venus, I am a poisonous cloud.
And then God's finest creation, the earth, third planet from the sun.
I am the earth, I am sunlight, I am moon, welcome. I am the earth, I am sunlight, I am welcome. Sleep in
Teachers and pupils were asked to talk about their experiences of the project and what they got out of it.
Well, I think, school productions are wonderful and they're great and we all do our bit, but I think being in a different location and outside, the projected the voices, it's been a great backdrop. The house has been a superb backdrop, and I think historically what they've been learning about, it's been more meaningful, I think, being in these grounds.
I like looking at all of the rooms in the house.
What was it? Was there any particular bit of the house you enjoyed?
The kitchen.
And what was it about the kitchen you liked?
Because it had witch scratches on it.
We can link it to the curriculum in lots of different ways. Obviously things like this, it's developing their writing skills, their communication skills and things like that. So I think it's sitting really, really well.
I enjoyed going to the Donington Youth House and finding out new things about it.
What do you think you found out in particular about the
We found out that Maria knew a lot about herbs and that Anna was Catholic and that she prayed in the secret room. And we found out that Susanna was ill. And we found out that Maria and Anna was having an interview to see if Maria and her kids could come and stay in the house.
Well, they're like relating it almost to what the things that are happening now, aren't they? We had that discussion about Greta and things, and they're thinking actually there's some links that they can make there.
You can see them in your head of how you think they would live.
Well, I would say 100% go for it. Go for it. In the summer term, year 6 especially, you know, they've done the SATs and what have you, they need to sort of let off steam a little bit, and something like this is so practical and yet there is a lot of learning in it. Must do it, it's a must, yeah.
And it's just to remind us how fun life is.
We're really looking forward to continuing the project with our cohort of artists. If you are a school and you're interested to know how the scientific inventions from the Age of Enlightenment, from the 1600s to the 1700s, can support your STEM, STEM, history and English curriculum, please get in contact. We are developing on-site, outreach and digital sessions. Please email Melissa Lewis if you would like to find out more.